Hey, my super beautiful, lovely, gorgeous souls. Today's video is going to be for Gemini with earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. I'll leave timestamps. These are separation messages. You also might want to check my playlists for twin flame separation videos that I've done in the past. And you can also go by signs so you can see if this is an update for you, okay? So we're going to start with Gemini and Capricorn. Like I said, I will leave timestamps and don't forget to subscribe. Let's get going into this reading. And I do readings like this on a weekly and monthly basis. And I do private, so I'll leave a link for that as well. All right, Gemini, Capricorn, separation. So I feel like Gemini's energy, now don't worry how it resonates, guys. However it resonates, that's fine. You could be Gemini and Capricorn's messages resonate better, or you could be divine masculine and divine feminine messages resonate better, okay? It really doesn't matter. Just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Gemini. I feel like Gemini is actually in a pretty good place right now. I feel like they're doing a lot of self-focus. I feel like they are opening up spiritually. I feel like they are trying just to make themselves happy. I feel like they're doing almost like a family focus kind of a thing here, where they're trying to fulfill themselves and trying to fulfill goals. And they might just be a person that puts family first. I feel like there's a little bit of gossiping going on, though. I feel like there's a little bit of negative talk and possibly not, I don't want to say false self, but I feel like not authentic or not 100% truthful, maybe with themselves, or maybe with their twin they weren't 100% truthful. There's a little air of that I'm getting. So let's see what we're getting for Capricorn. Yeah, Capricorn's energy is broken heart. I feel like they also very stable, secure, very, very good with money, business, like good business sense, somebody that's very powerful, very, like pragmatic and very responsible person. I feel like their heart is completely broken and they wanted to run from this. So I kind of feel like Capricorn's the runner. I also feel like there was third-party situations, which to me could indicate that somebody was married or had a family and cheated. So again, however that resonates. But yeah, to me, this is betrayal. A person feels completely betrayed. Capricorn feels completely betrayed. Yeah, we've got a separation for sure. I would say this is almost like over. I feel like there's children involved, or there's a child involved in some way. So I don't know if Gemini like had a family and, got together with their twin and was married, or had a family with someone, or this disrupted family life. Look at this. Gemini is like head over heels for Capricorn. Okay, I feel like they want them. I feel like Gemini might be chasing right now. Gemini has messages of love to bring to Capricorn, and also like a pure heart about it. Like they feel very deeply. But I also feel like they have, their love is emotional love, but I feel like they need to get a little bit more in control of their emotions, if that makes any sense. But they're looking for Capricorn. They're looking for their twin. They want to be seen. They want to be heard. They want to be in it. They miss them. They're out there, like, actually, like, I feel like pursuing them. I feel like Capricorn is really hurt, so I don't know how open they're going to be to any kind of communication. So let's see from the divine feminine in this. Now remember, it doesn't have to resonate with either sign. Just whatever resonates, keep. Whatever doesn't, don't worry about. We've got 2 cards already flopping out. We've got accept the truth, perseverance. Something that the divine feminine cannot accept the truth, that maybe they can't believe that this is going on right now. Maybe they are the one that was on the receiving end of the cheating or the third party situation. This is a test for them to persevere, and so far they are definitely doing exactly that. Let's get some more cards and see. I feel like they are going through a dark night of the soul. Dark night of the soul is not an easy time, but I feel like a necessary to get yourself more open to understanding and awakening and aligning yourself the right way, and sort of learning how to meditate and release And we've got victimized. So I feel like they feel very victimized by this whole thing here. They feel like, you know, they were the victim. They were hurt. They were tortured. They were tormented. A little bit of that is a little bit of an over-exaggeration, only because you can always get away from things that feel like they're tying you down or holding you back or making you feel like you're not being treated fairly. So for the divine masculine, we've got wait and see. That's interesting. Let's get some clarity on the wait and see. Wait and see for what? Wait and see. Oh, we got a jumper. Yeah, they're longing. We know that. Wait and see. Let's see, guys. What is going on here? We've got defensive and we've got jealousy. They might be waiting it out. They might be waiting like their perfect opportunity to come to the divine feminine. That's what I'm getting. And yeah, look at this. We've got jealousy. So definitely a third-party situation. I just don't know who cheated on who and who did what to whom. Okay? But some kind of third-party thing. It could also be that the relationship was over and they had a torch being carried still for this person. That's what I'm getting, okay, too. Defensive, they don't want to hear nothing, okay? I feel like, you know, if they know they're wrong, they don't want it put in their face. They don't want to go over it 50,000 times. If you're going to forgive them is what I'm getting, energy. Let's get some major theme sort of surrounding this, like a major theme, major energy, major conflict, something, anything that was major. So we've got taking steps. So I'll count that for the divine feminine. I feel like divine feminine taking steps into the right direction, a new path entirely. I feel like, you know, going into the unknown sort of. And I do feel like an awakening is happening for you. So just go slow and, you know, steady with everything. Let's see, what else do we get? Yeah, happy success. So I feel like you both have to go on your separate ways, which we know this happens all the time in twin flame. This is sort of meant to come back to talk and discuss things, but I feel like somebody's a little disillusioned by, like, they think they're going to come back and it's going to be all ho-hum and everything's great again, and they can get you to do what they want again. And they've got that in their mind, okay? So taking steps could be taking steps in a different direction away from this at this time. Look, soul lessons for the two of you. Relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Look at that. So I feel like this is part about learning about relationships and your connections with people and what you value, what you need, who can fulfill that, what can fulfill that. I feel like what you also give and do for others. And this connection has so much stuff going on, so much energies, heavy energies. Like we've got the longing and jealousy and defensiveness, and we've got sort of this real deep love feelings, and then it's, you know, sort of like stagnant, and it's a little bit all over the place. So let's get another one. Look, we've got denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with insight and awareness. So yeah, there's definitely some fears here. I feel like fears to be hurt. Nobody wants to be hurt. If this already was a situation where someone got hurt worse than the other, nobody's like all ho-hum about that and wanting to go back into a situation where they could possibly get hurt again. But yet, the twin flame thing is such a conundrum thing that it pulls you to want it. So it's almost like it pulls you to forget things that happen that might have been hurtful, like cheating behaviors or abusive behaviors, to still drive and go towards this person. So sometimes, guys, it does get twisted, and that's really karmic. So I would like to see some angel sort of guidance here. So this could be timing. This could be a question that you might have that you're asking, like right now, silently. It could be timing, like I said. It could be anything that they want you to know about this. Look, we've got a yes. So I feel like if you're wondering if you're going to come back with this person, I feel like it's a yes. There's quite a bit of things that need to be done here, but it's a yes. And look, we've got ask for help from others. Wow. So it could be getting advice from friends or maybe older people that have had more life experience, like kind of thing. And we've got success. So I feel like, yeah, kind of put the work in as much as you can. I do feel like your paths are going to cross sooner than later. I feel like it might be a little bit of an intense energy, and you may go into separation again, if only to continue these paths of self-development and self-awareness. All right, I hope that that was helpful. We're going to get into Gemini now and Virgo. Let's get into Gemini and Virgo. So Gemini and Virgo, let's see sort of what was going on in this connection. Okay. Okay, so guys, don't worry if these read in reverse. It's literally how, they resonate with you. Okay, so don't worry about if they don't feel like you're the divine masculine, the messages divine feminine might resonate more. All right, so Gemini is, I feel like they're trying to move on. They're trying to go the right way. They're trying to sort of follow their heart here. They're very strong. They're very creative. They're very driven. They're all this way to go forward, but I feel like something keeps blocking them. And I feel like they can't make a decision. And that's sort of a thing with Geminis. They're very hard to make decisions. So I feel like this to me is saying, like, I can't let anybody in, and I can't let anything in, and I can't let anything out. So they might feel blinded to the truth right now. They might feel like there's something they don't want to face right now. In that connection with their divine, they could feel like there was something that they weren't going to go any further. I feel like they literally put up a barricade. They literally are weighing good and bad. They're weighing out things in their mind right now. And they were doing this while they were in union with their twin too, I feel like. I feel like they're holding back a floodgate of emotion. There's so much there. I feel like they can't hold it back much longer. I feel like Virgo is sort of like rode the waves with this, and things for them are taking a little bit of turn for the better. Like, I feel like they're just like, I'm just going to work on myself. I feel like they had like a new realization or clarity about that. And they're just like, look, I'm just going to go work on myself. I'm going to do me. I'm going to worry about my money. I'm going to worry about just everything for myself. I need to do that for myself. I need to do the work for myself spiritually. I need to work on my career stuff, all of that. So that's where they're at. Let's see what else we're getting here. I feel like together these two really brought like a sense of family to each other, or they're both very family-oriented people. I feel like they were making plans. They were making future plans together. Something with Gemini's energy got blocked up. I feel like they got fearful. They were afraid. They were afraid to lose their freedom. They were afraid they were going to have to make too many decisions about things, or decisions for themselves. I feel like they're battling two sides of their mind. I also don't know if there was another woman involved in this. Yeah, it could be that, they might have been sleeping with somebody else, and they have to choose. I feel like deep down at their core, they are like legit very good for Virgo, but they're so blocked. I feel like they're very blocked emotionally and mentally blocked. I feel like they won't let themselves. Like they won't let themselves love. They won't let themselves. Yeah, and somebody's holding on too tightly to old ways is what I'm getting. But this is definitely in separation, which we know we're talking about separation. I feel like there might be just trust issues here. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting trust issues. And a fear to open up, and a fear to sort of, I don't know, commit or choose. Let's hear from the divine feminine. In this connection, let's see what's going on with the divine feminine. Shedding light. So I feel like she's getting more clarities about herself. I feel like she's stepping into her power more. She's knowing herself better. I feel like this not made her bitter in a bad way, but it almost like it strengthened her so much that she's just more powerful than she feels like she used to be. Yeah, I feel like this is definitely, she was in the dark about a lot of things. in the beginning, and even now she feels like she's still in the dark, but she's on a conquest to sort of find the truth is what I'm getting. I feel like she's trying to find the truth. Yeah, it's meant to empower her. Okay, and that's exactly what she is. So her energy has shifted. It's at a really great level right now. Even if she's looking for her divine masculine, even if she's, you know, still feeling upset that they're not in union, I feel like she's very empowered by this. I feel like she's definitely awakening here. And we've got a no answer for the divine masculine. So I don't know if there was a question in mind specifically, or it could just be that, you know, something you were wondering if you were going to have union or something like that, and it's a no. We're getting a no answer. So we've got look within for divine masculine as well. So I feel like there's something with his intuition, very blocked intuition. His intuition might be telling him, yes, you're supposed to be with your twin. Go for this. You need to do it. The higher voice is calling, but he's not really picking up for that higher voice right now. We've got some arrogance. Yeah, it could be that, you know, and he may know how good he really is. He may know that he's got a lot to give. And he gets a little carried away with that. It could also be a little bit of entitlement issues where he feels like, you know, he's entitled to feel the way he feels. And look, we've got lust. So his feelings could have been based on lust in the beginning. And now he's changed that, and it's bothering him that he can't seem to figure it out. Like, why is he so caught up, but he can't move on it? See, that's the thing. With the Two of Swords in the beginning, he's blinded. He can't accept it. There's something about him not being able to accept it. So let's get some more cards for clarity. See what we're getting. Look, the loving woman. That's definitely the divine feminine. So he wants his divine feminine. He lusted for her. I think he confused sex and love, or somebody confused sex and love in the beginning, but it turned into more. It turned into more because he realizes that this particular feminine energy makes him feel like nothing he's ever felt before, but it scares the shit out of him. Yeah. He also was in an energy where he has FOMO, fear of missing out. I feel like he reflects a lot on the past, a lot on his past about what he doesn't have. I feel like for him, it's about what he doesn't have and not what he does have. And he's learning a lesson of that. I feel like he just wasn't happy in the past about his money, or his career situation, or maybe other people that he was with he wasn't happy with. I feel like, you know, it turned him cold a little bit. I do feel like he has had some major struggles, though. He might still be going through struggles now. But really his mentality in the past, it could even be still now, something he's working on, is what he doesn't have. All right, so we've got loneliness for soul lessons, and we've got humor. That's a weird one to come out. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life, and then we've got the loneliness. I know that I am never alone. So I feel like solo journeys are to sort of, find humor in things. You know, sometimes spirit there's no complex message. They're just like, find humor. Try to laugh where you can. Try to make light of things sometimes. Try to make the best of things sometimes. We can't always be so serious all the time. And stay in that energy because it's exhausting. And the loneliness. So it could also be like, it's okay to be alone. It's okay to stand on your own. It's okay to venture out into the world without a partner, without answers, without somebody to love or to watch your back, and solely reliance on yourself. And I feel like Divine Feminine is really stepping up to that energy. Divine Masculine's got a little ways to go. They're not caught up to you. That's what it is. I'm going to shuffle these because I noticed I'm getting a couple of repeaters. We don't want that. So this one wants to come out. So we've got, look, be assertive. So I feel like in the future, in communication with this person, you are going to have to be a little more assertive with them, okay? Or more so that you say exactly what you feel. Like there's no secrets, there's no beating around the bush. There's 100% true authenticity of feelings. And look, we've got compromise. So it could be that, you know, when you come back together, you may have to compromise. There may be things that this person is never going to be able to change. It may be that you both need more time, and that's a compromise. It could be that, you know, you really work on the things that need the work, and hopefully you won't have to compromise too much, that the energies will just sort of sync up and feel natural, not forced, or not like something's still wrong. And look, we've got improving health. So there could be issues with health. That's physical or mental health that, you know, during separation will come up. Okay. And that's not a bad thing. I hope this was helpful, guys. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. All right. Let's get on to our next set. Our next reading is going to be for Gemini and Taurus. Let's get into Gemini and Taurus. I'm just putting some cards back, guys, so I can shuffle. And we'll talk about energies, sort of, you know, going into separation and what's going on now. Let's see what's going on now with these two energies. All right, Gemini. So we've got, okay, we've got a very giving nature. I feel like peace offering, wanting to reach out. I feel like, but they're a little bit paranoid about it. They're a little bit on edge about it. They're a little bit possibly resentful. They've got some strange energy around them. Like, I feel like they're trying to deal with themselves. I feel like they're trying to figure out what their feelings really are, okay? And they're spending a lot of time in their head about it. But I feel like their head holds them back from acting. I'm trying to make the most sense of this. Like, their negative voice, or the voice that they, you know, that tells them they're afraid to act. Okay, I feel like they have been hurt in the past. They use this as a crutch sometimes, okay? They've had other poor, bad relationships, and they use it as a crutch sometimes. But they're definitely thinking about their twin. They're thinking about reaching out. They just don't know how to do it. They might even be trying to talk to other people to get to their twin. They might be talking a little bit behind their twin's back, but they're doing it so that they can try to get to their twin. I also feel like there's something from afar. They're looking from afar. They don't want to know or be found out that they're looking, or not spying. There is a little bit of spying, I feel like. They don't want to be found out about that, though. Okay, they're trying to check up on them. They're trying to see if it's the right time to try to reach out, is what I'm getting. Okay, let's see what we got. Yeah, they see Taurus as the ultimate woman, okay? But it scares the shit out of them. It scares them. They feel like they might not be good enough. There's some insecurities there, see? So they feel like they might not be good enough for Taurus. They feel like they might have too much baggage from the past, too much shit that they never dealt with. Emotional things, passions, ideas, things that never went full circle for them, things that held them back in life. They're very caught up, I feel like, on their past. They're in an energy where they're trying to deal with stuff from their past, like shit that didn't go right, like I said. Like their failures, big or small. I feel like they carry those. But I also feel like they're slower to fall in love person. They want to take it slow and go slow in the beginning. They also feel like if they're going to invest, they want to make sure it's worth it. I feel like Taurus energy is beautiful. It's motherly, it's kind, it's giving, it's nurturing, but it could also be a bit overbearing at times, okay? So sometimes, you know, Gemini takes that as, oh, you're trying to control me. You're trying to control me. So that could be a little bit of Gemini's issue. It could be a little bit of Taurus issue. So what I feel like is, if you're wondering, this is true twin flame, I'm getting a vibe of that, okay? I also feel like Taurus is like, should I stay or go? Should I hold on or let go? I feel like they're kind of looking too. They're sort of out in the world though, working on what they need to do. They're doing their money, their household stuff. They're being responsible. They're creating a life for themselves that's pretty abundant and paying off pretty well. I feel like they're just in an energy where they're kind of reevaluating things in their own life and this relationship as well. Yeah, I feel like there's also some karma that has to play out here. Definitely some karmas. I also feel like this was, to me, feels more like it needed to be a traditional relationship and it wasn't or couldn't be. I don't know, too, if somebody was divorced or getting divorced. Or there was just part of the spiritual contract that needed to play out separately, not between the two of you, but with other people. Let's see. Also, there's issues with transition and changing. Okay, so I feel like somebody doesn't want to change. Somebody is very fearful of change. They don't like it when things are not familiar. They don't like it to step away from their routines. It makes them very vulnerable. It makes them feel very scared, very fearful, very in terror of things. So I feel like there's somebody not accepting sort of a natural ending or a transition. And this is only one sort of phase or stage in the twin flame journey that needs to be. It's just a natural stage. I feel like this is a lot of reminiscing about the past, like what used to be fun. I feel like the connection maybe they had used to feel like this very open, happy, very no strings attached, like, you know, hey, kind of energy. But somebody didn't like that. Okay, in the long run, they wanted stability. They wanted like somebody to build with, a partner. They wanted somebody to have to, you know, have to hold, to build with. So let's hear from the Divine Feminine, and then we'll get on into the Divine Masculine. How's the Divine Feminine feeling? So we've got shedding light, unawakened, leave the past. Wow, and stripped down. So I feel like Divine Feminine, you're going through a bit of a thing right now. You're going into an awakening. That could be why a lot of things in your life feel real crazy right now. But getting stripped down to the bare bones of your soul, like what your soul wants, what you feel like you need. I feel like you're reinventing yourself in some way. I feel like all the past stuff is like stripping away from you. And I do feel like you're moving into an energy where you're going to start to leave the past behind for the better, for you. That's exactly what you're supposed to be doing to help yourself heal, to help yourself raise that vibration. And all the healing you do will affect your twin, okay? Sometimes they're just not caught up to us. They're not caught up yet. So Divine Masculine has issues, I feel like, with temptation. They're a little bit self-focused, a little bit avoiding, and vulnerable. So here's the thing. They don't like to feel vulnerable. When they feel vulnerable, they start to get almost like narcissistic and they get self-focused. When they feel vulnerable, they start to avoid what makes them feel vulnerable. So you made them feel vulnerable in some way, Divine Feminine. So now they want to like hide. They want to hide. They want to avoid you. They want to focus on themselves, but in a more negative way, unfortunately, because that's an ego thing. Ego fills in where pain once was. So if we were in an energy as a kid that we were abused or something bad happened to us, or we were called fat or ugly in school, and it's so impressionable in your mind, it stays with you. You carry these around and you don't even know you're carrying them around, is what I feel here. So yes, Divine Masculine has more work to do than the Divine Feminine. And their ego is very much a part of that. Main themes, this is sort of a twin flame soul connection card. So this is definitely leading to a new beginning. Okay, so this feels really crazy and shaky right now, but it's going into the right direction. All right, so let's see some soul lessons. Let's see, we've got trust and we've got balance. So trust, I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly, and balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do it without judgments. So those are two of you guys' soul lessons in this connection, which makes a lot of sense. You have to trust somebody to let them in enough to love them. You also have to balance everything, your emotions, your work life, your every aspect of your life sort of has to be balanced. And sometimes that's the gift of separation. Separation is not punishment. It's actually a gift, so we can be our best selves. So let's hear from angels to wrap this up. Listen to your intuition. Look at that. Your intuition will guide you to what you need to do, to where you need to be to help you realign with your twin. Meditation comes out a lot, guys. Not a lot of people like to meditate, but meditation can actually help you strengthen your connection with your twin and yourself. Look, you're ready. You're ready for changes. Love and light, guys. Hope I'll catch you on the next reading. Hope this was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe.